Welcome, families and loved ones. Please stand. Will the young men of the class of 2025 please remove your caps? Please join the graduates as we observe a moment of silent reflection to give thanks to all those responsible for helping our graduates arrive at this point of their legendary educational journey. Please remain standing for the presentation of colors by the Oxnard High School Air Force Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem will now be performed by Miss Adela Randolph. A member of the Oxnard High School class of 2025. Please remain standing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's give it up for Adela. Isn't she amazing? Ladies and gentlemen, 2025 jacket Arturo Barrera will now lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag and to the United States of America and to the republic to which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Arturo. Young men of the class of 2025, please put your caps back on. At this time, will the class of 2025 and guests please be seated? Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Ted Lawrence, the very proud principal of Oxnard High School. On behalf of Oxnard High School, I extend our warm welcome to you, the parents, guardians, families, and guests of the class of 2025. With us today, we have some very distinguished guests. It is my honor, with the help of some 2025 jackets, to introduce to you our dignitaries from the Oxnard Union High School District Board of Trustees. School board members are elected by the community to provide leadership and citizen oversight of our school district. The role of the school board is to ensure that the district is responsive to the values and priorities of the community and to provide each student what they need to be college ready and career prepared. With us this afternoon, we have Ms. Genevieve Flores Haro. The president of the board, and board members, Ms. Elizabeth Botello and Ms. Karen Scher. Now, to introduce Ms. Flores Haro, we have 2025 jacket, Miss Kiara Reagan.
Good afternoon. Ms. Flores Haro was elected to the board in 2022. She is the daughter of longtime educators and an Oxnard High School graduate and a former OUHSD paraeducator. She is the Associate Director for the Mixteco Indígena Community Organizing Project, a nonprofit serving the indigenous migrant community in California's Central Coast. A two-time California Woman of the Year, Ms. Flores Haro received her bachelor's degree in psychology and her master's in public administration from the University of Southern California. Thank you.
Great job, thank you, Kiara. Another strong OHS supporter, the board vice president, Mrs. Baker Torres, had planned to be with us, and now, 2025 jacket, Mr. Logan Hernandez, will tell you a little bit about her.
Good afternoon. Linda Baker Torres was elected to the board in 2022 after 40 years of service to the OUHSD as an interpreter for the deaf and hard of hearing at Rio Mesa High School. Linda takes great pride in the many roles she played at Rio Mesa. Paraeducator, wife to a Rio Mesa teacher and coach, and a mom of 3 Spartan graduates, 2 of whom became public school teachers. Linda also served as the vice president of the Oxnard Federation of Teachers and School Employees. As a trustee, Linda is eager to elevate the voices of and to support all stakeholders in the OUHSD community. Thank you.
Now, to introduce Ms. Botello, we have 2025 jacket, Miss Elena de Santiago.
Hi, good afternoon. Elected to the board in 2020, Ms. Botello is an educator and administrator. She is currently a middle school principal in Oxnard. She previously served as an English teacher, journalism advisor, and ASB director at Oxnard High School. Raised in Southern California, Ms. Botello is a graduate of UC Irvine, UC Berkeley, and UCLA. Trustee Botello lives in Oxnard with her family.
Now, to introduce Miss Cher, we have 2025 jacket, Miss Rita Anna Boyer.
Today, I have the honor of introducing Ms. Scher. Karen Scher was the first elected to serve in an Oxnard Union School District. District in Trust in 2014. Trustee Scher has served as a public school teacher for 30 years and is currently serving as a California Department of Education's Director of Teacher Recruitment and consultant to State Superintendent of Public Instruction, Tony Thurman. Thank you.
And to introduce our remaining dignitaries, we have 2025 jacket, Miss Jamie Asensio.
Hello, everybody. Also here to celebrate the class of 2025, we have the quintessential servant leader, Dr. Deborah Salgado, the Oxnard Union High School District Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources. Also from the Oxnard Union High School District's Executive Cabinet, we have a legendary agent of positive change, Dr. Virginia Kelson, the Oxnard Union High School District Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services. Also in attendance is former Oxnard High School principal and current Assistant Superintendent of Business Services, Mr. Richard Urias. Thank you.
Good afternoon again, Yellow Jacket Nation. As we gather here at Budhauser Field for the 121st commencement ceremony, it is my distinct privilege to welcome you as we celebrate this monumental milestone in the lives of nearly 650 graduating seniors. Today, we not only honor the class of 2025, but we also pay tribute to the loved ones, teachers, counselors, coaches, administrators, and school staff whose unwavering support helped bring this day to fruition. You, the class of 2025, are an integral part of a legacy that began in 1902. Like the many proud Yellow Jackets before you, you have written your chapter into this ever-growing story of Oxnard High School. You have shaped this place, its spirit, its traditions, and its future. And today, we recognize the incredible mark you've made. Before I go any further, I want to share something personal with you. My wife, Rosario, is a huge Bad Bunny fan. His music plays in our home, in our cars, and just about everywhere we go. And over time, I stopped just hearing the music and started really listening to the lyrics. One song in particular recently stopped me in my tracks. Why? Because it made me think of all of you, the class of 2025, and the feeling of watching something beautiful come to an end. So this afternoon, I'd like to turn it over to Bad Bunny just for a moment, because his words say what my heart feels. Of caps and gowns, it hits me just how fast time moves. And like the song says, I should have taken more pictures when I had you. I should have given you more hugs whenever I could. Because each one of you has brought color, laughter, and light to this campus. You've made it more vibrant, more alive, more meaningful than words can ever fully capture. This year, we've laughed together, struggled together, and grown together. And now, we stand on the edge of goodbye. I find myself wishing that I could press pause just for a second to take it all in one more time. Bad Bunny sings Another Beautiful Sunset I See in San Juan. But for me, this is, or it will be, my beautiful sunset. Right here in Oxnard, watching you step boldly into your future while I hold tight to the memories we've made. There's so much we didn't get to say, so many pictures we didn't get to take. But this moment, this ceremony, is not just a farewell. It's a reflection. It's the realization that while the halls you once walked daily may no longer be yours, the friendships, the lessons, and the love you found here will remain with you forever. So today, I will take the picture I didn't get to take. And I ask you, class of 2025, to do the same. Take the picture right now so we can always remember this moment. Get your phones out and take that moment and capture it forever. You guys all have to do the same. You gotta take your selfie right now. And with those beautiful photos, because you know I'm a big Instagram guy, don't forget to tag me at Dr. Lawrence_OHS. And always remember to hug your people, say the thank you, dance like you're still at the rally, laugh like it's lunchtime in the quad, because like Bad Bunny reminds us, let's enjoy it, because you never know how much time we've got left. This chapter is closing, but your story is just beginning. And wherever your story takes you, know this: Oxnard High School will always be your home. I can see it in your eyes, the desire to return. And that allows me to let go of all of you with pride, knowing that your journey is only just beginning. You've grown, you've evolved, you've shown compassion, brilliance, and resolve. Some of you are heading to college, others to the workforce, the military, trade school, or perhaps taking time to explore what comes next. But no matter where you go or what path you choose, remember this truth, spoken best by Bad Bunny himself: We're no longer about the flashy stuff and chains. We're here for the things that are truly worth it. And you, your purpose, your humanity are what's truly worth it. As you go forth from 3400 West Gonzales Road and the friendly gates of OHS, carry with you our guiding vision. Be impactful, build resilience, and be legendary. To be impactful is to lead with love and to use your empathy and courage to bring people together in an often too pernicious world. To build resilience is to meet every challenge with grit, rising stronger each time you fall. And to be legendary is to go beyond expectations, living with integrity and leaving a legacy defined by character and service. 2025, take action, take risks, create the life you dream of, because you have what it takes. To the parents, guardians, and families of the class of 2025, thank you for trusting us with your children. We have loved them as our own, guided them to think critically, encouraged bold innovation, and nurtured their growth. Together, we've challenged, supported, and celebrated them every step of the way. And to my own family, my wife, my son, and my daughter Paloma, thank you for your love, for your patience, and for sharing me with this incredible school. I love you guys. And finally, to all of Yellow Jacket Nation, serving as your principal is the honor of my life. And I get to live my dream and share it with you each and every day. This class will forever hold a special place in my heart. Class of 2025, thank you. Thank you for your laughter, your leadership, your honesty, and your joy. I will miss you more than you know, but I leave today full of pride, full of hope, and full of love. And so in the words of Bad Bunny, guys, I love you. I really do. Each one of you means so much to me. Congratulations, class of 2025. Go out into the world and always, always be impactful, build resilience, and be legendary. Thank you. Now, I would like to introduce our ASB president, Miss Sofia Gonzalez.
Good afternoon, esteemed faculty, proud families, and my fellow graduates of the class of 2025. Thank you for joining us today as we commemorate the journey that we've all embarked on to get to this day. My name is Sofia Gonzalez, and I'm honored to stand in front of you all as the proud ASB president for the 2024 to 2025 school year. This position has given me so many lessons and has taught me what to value in life. Not only has it provided an incredible journey of self-reflection and resilience, but it's also given me the opportunity to observe our student body in a new light. Serving as ASB president has been a transformative experience, one that has deepened my appreciation for the diverse talents and perspectives within our school community. It has shown me that leadership isn't about standing at the front. It's about listening, understanding, and empowering others to shine. I've witnessed firsthand the dedication and passion that each of you bring to our school, whether through our spirited rallies, collaborative projects, or quiet acts of kindness. But beyond the events and initiatives, what stands out the most is the sense of unity we've cultivated. We've learned that true leadership is not about titles or honors. It's about fostering an environment where everyone feels valued and heard. It's about lifting each other up and celebrating our collective achievements. Each individual here today has lived a different high school experience, and that's more than okay, because everyone has contributed to building the prideful community that Oxnard High School possesses. I'm a firm believer that everything is what you make of it, and I encourage you to take that mentality with you into your future endeavors. As we stand on the threshold of new beginnings, let's carry forward the lessons we've learned and the memories we've created. Let yourself reflect on the time we've shared together, because nostalgia is proof that you're living a life worth living. Let's continue to lead with empathy, act with integrity, and pursue our dreams with unwavering determination. In closing, I want to express my deepest gratitude to my extended family, but especially to my parents and brother, who are my biggest cheerleaders and have taught me to live a life grounded in gratitude and love. To my friends who are always having my back, to my ASB family, who's become my second family, to my mentors for their unwavering support that have shaped me than words can express. And to all graduating Yellow Jackets, congratulations on this remarkable achievement. Here's to the adventures that await us and the legacy we will create. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophia. That was awesome. Now, I would like to introduce Miss Adela Randolph, again, our senior class president, and Miss Jacqueline Martinez, our senior class vice president, who will share the history of the class of 2025.
So before we get started, we would like to introduce ourselves. My name is Adela Randolph, your senior class president.
And my name is Jackie Martinez, your senior class vice president. So today we actually prepared a song for you all. We hope you enjoy.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Okay, sorry, that was it. So it's time for the actual speech. So standing here today, we feel a mix of emotions: excitement, pride, and a little bit of disbelief. We've made it through AP exams, late night cramming, group chats that somehow never stayed on topic, and moments where the finish line felt way too far. And yet here we are, not just at the end of high school, but at the beginning of something bigger. And before we all step into our next chapters, we want to take a moment to reflect on what we've shared and what lies ahead of us.
August 2021 was the start of our freshman year. We were all afraid of walking the halls, not knowing where to find our classes. We walked into high school for the first time as nervous freshmen, unsure where to go, holding onto our schedules like maps to a whole new world. We had just came back from COVID, all in school, wearing masks, keeping our distance, and trying to remember what it even felt like being around this many people again.
We were trying to figure out what high school really was, these new friendships and these new versions of ourselves, all while dealing with things no one had prepared us for. We remember the awkwardness, the confusion, and boom, unexpected lockdowns, if you know what I mean. Really getting a feel for what the high school experience is.
We were learning how to be students, how to be teenagers, and how to be resilient. That year taught us more than we realized. It showed us that even in the most uncertain moments, we could adapt, grow, and keep moving forward. Freshman year didn't just introduce us to high school, it introduced us to each other.
Then came sophomore year, where we weren't these new kids anymore, but we also weren't upperclassmen yet. Things began to feel, familiar, like classes, clubs, football games, school dances. We started building our identity, piece by piece, figuring out who we were and who we wanted to become.
That was the year the World Cup took over the school. The classroom projectors that somehow just happened to show soccer matches during lectures and students who wore jerseys to school. But somehow it brought us all together, even when we were rooting for the different teams.
And of course, sophomore year was also the year our last principal, Mr. Urias, delivered one of the most iconic lines in our 4 years at Oxnard High, which we can't replicate, so let's take a little trip down memory lane.
98% of our kids are coming here to make a positive difference in their lives, and I love and appreciate you. But the 2% that want to go around and cause problems are going to feel me.
Okay. So now junior year, the year where the homework hit harder, the nights got longer, and suddenly everyone started asking, where are you going to college? Like, we're supposed to know what our whole future is figured out to be at 16. But it was also the year we gained someone who made a real difference. Junior year was when we welcomed Dr. Tila as our new principal. From day one, he brought not just leadership, but heart, energy, and a vision. He reminded us that school isn't just about grades or graduation, it's about growth, community, and character.
Still, junior year didn't just come with the same excitement as freshman year or the celebration of as being a senior. It was a stressful year where everything started to feel real. Little did we know, school really flew by before we knew it.
There were moments where we felt burnt out, where balancing school, sports, jobs, family, and whatever personal battles we were fighting felt impossible. Some of us were dealing with pressure at home, others were trying to keep up their GPAs and stay on Ivy Chain, or people were just trying to stay afloat. It was the year we realized that pretending everything's fine doesn't always work.
But here's the thing, junior year grew us. It taught us how to manage pressure, how to fail and still move forward, how to ask for help when we needed it, and keep showing up, even when no one clapped for us.
We became the upperclassmen others looked up to. We started understanding who we are and, more importantly, who we're not trying to be anymore. Junior year was when we started to see what maturity really looks like, not just in how we speak or carry ourselves, but in how we face life when it's messy, uncertain, and unfair. And finally, we came to senior year of high school, the year we all looked forward to and couldn't believe was going by so fast.
We've grown into the people sitting here today, not just because of the assignments we completed or the grades we earned, but because of everything in between. It wasn't just the tests or the textbooks that shaped us. It was the late-night conversations with friends when we were supposed to be studying. It was the group projects that somehow always came together at last minute and taught us that teamwork can be chaotic but worth it.
We showed up through it all, through the early mornings when we hit snooze one too many times, and when we were late, even on late start Wednesdays. You know, we celebrated the big wins and learned to go through the losses. Whether it was cheering at football games, pulling all-nighters during finals, or laughing in the hallways between classes, we were creating memories we'll carry for a lifetime.
And then there were traditions that made senior year feel like ours. We made our mark at the Hive by painting our senior parking spots, these tiny squares that somehow became reflections of who we are. We watched the sky change at senior sunrise, a moment that reminded us of how far we come and how close to the finish line we really were. Then came the pressure of college application, countless essays, deadlines, and moments of self-doubt, but we pushed through.
Then came March, the month that brought every emotion, excitement, nerves, maybe even a little fear of the unknown, but also the realization that we were stepping into the future we had been building for 4 years. And of course, there was also Senior Assassin, which was chaotic to say the least, and you knew to definitely avoid the gym or the collection for at least 2 weeks until your team was out. It had all of us watching our backs, but it was a game that gave us one more reason to laugh together before parting ways.
This chapter was a life of full firsts. First successes, first real failures, first friendships that felt like family. And now we're stepping into a future where nothing is guaranteed, except that we'll keep changing, growing, and becoming. Hoy les damos un agradecimiento especial a todos los que nos apoyaron los últimos 4 años y a quienes seguirán a nuestro lado, acompañándonos para lograr estas metas.
Thank you for the laughs, the lessons, and the memories we will hold on to long after today. There were days we felt unstoppable and days we weren't sure we could keep going. But through it all, we had mentors who believed in us, friends who stuck by us, and family who kept reminding us of our worth even when we forgot it ourselves. That kind of support is something we carry with us always. Wherever life takes us, we hope we never forget where we started and hope we never stop fighting to become the people we're meant to be.
So to the class of 2025, here's to the past that made us,
and to the future we're about to build. Thank you.
Great job, ladies. Now, I introduce to you Mariachi Ocho Estrellas. Mike. There we go. That introduction was not yet complete. Who will perform Así Fue, featuring the beautiful voice of Miss Itzel Vasquez and led by our 2025 jacket and mariachi president, Melissa Hunke, and, of course, our mariachi instructors, the world-famous Rivera brothers. Let's give it up for Mariachi, Ocho Estrellas. At this time, I have the honor of introducing to you our top 10 scholars. I ask that these graduates stand and remain standing to be recognized as a group. Louis, Fida, Hanon, Jacob, Matthew, Bote, Jacqueline Martinez, Brooke Donlin, Amira Side, Kiara Reagan, Cesar Chavez, Mia Mata, Isabella Wiedemeyer, and Brielle Sandoval. Top 10 scholars, you may now be seated. Next up, it is my privilege to introduce to you our life members of the California Scholarship Federation. I ask that these graduates stand and remain standing to be recognized as a group. Max Sanchez, Brooke Donlin, Mia Mata, Natalie Torres, and Sienna Angel. CSF Seal Bearers, you may now be seated. Next up, it is my honor to introduce to you our AP Capstone Scholars. I ask that these graduates stand and remain standing to be recognized as a group. Brooke Donlin, Logan Hernandez, Jacqueline Martinez, Mia Mata, Lafis McCamporn, Kayla Ortega, Jewel Saman, and Valeria Trujillo. AP Capstone Scholars, you may now be seated. Now, I would like to introduce to you Miss Montserrat Sanchez, our first graduation speaker, and the 24-25 student trustee to the Oxnard Union High School District Board of Trustees.
Class of 2025, we have crossed days off our calendars and prayed that this moment will come. And now that it is here, I'm sorry it is. Because it means leaving Dr. Lawrence, who stepped in as my work dad, the Nest, who reminded me it's moments like these that makes life worth living, Mr. Moreno, who always motivated me to seguir luchando, Sophia and Max, my twin pillars without whom I cannot stand, and to my mom, la que siempre me dio la idea de que yo podría hacer lo que sea. Before I go on, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Montserrat Sanchez, and this year I have had the pleasure of serving as your student representative to the Board of Trustees. In this position, it means that I am your voice. I voice your concerns to the board and to all of our administration. So here I am, on the last day of my term, speaking on your behalf one last time. I want to take a moment to recognize those whose stories too often go unheard. If any of the following statements resonate you, please stand. And to the audience, I kindly ask to hold your applause until the end. If you are a first-generation high school student or high school graduate, please stand. Stay standing. Please be seated. If you are a first-generation college student in the fall, please stand. Please be seated. If you are scared about life after high school, please stand. I know that's more of you. That's all of us. If you stood more than once, or at least once, please stand. Families, students, and graduates, please look around. Nobody has their life completely figured out, and that's okay. Please be seated. With the resilience, courage, and lessons Oxnard High School has offered us over these past 4 years, we will excel at anything the world throws at us. Thank you, class of 2025, and remember to always be legendary.
And now, I would like to introduce to you Miss Mia Mata, our next graduation speaker.
As we celebrate today, I'm reminded of something a very wise person once told me. It's not about every step you take. It's about the direction you're going and the purpose that drives you. Every one of us has taken a different path to get here. We face challenges, pressures, and doubt. But what's more important is where we're heading and the reason we keep moving forward. I'll be honest, I've stressed over the little things, grades, deadlines, what comes next. I've doubted myself more than once. But through it all, I've tried to stay focused on why I'm doing this. What keeps me going is knowing my younger siblings are looking up at me. And my parents that have sacrificed so much to give me the opportunities that they never had. Even when the future feels uncertain, it's about embracing the challenge and pushing ourselves to grow beyond what we ever imagined possible. As we leave here today, let's focus on what really matters, our direction and our purpose. Let's choose paths that excite us, even when we don't have all the steps figured out. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Our journey is just beginning, and I can't wait to see where it takes us all. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Great job, Mia, thank you. Which takes us to our next graduation speaker. Let's give it up for Miss Jennifer Rojas.
Buenas tardes. Gracias a todos por tomarse el tiempo y acompañarnos este día muy especial. Yo me llamo Jennifer Rojas y estoy muy honrada por tener el honor de estar frente a ustedes el día de hoy. Primero, quiero felicitar a mis compañeros porque yo sé que se han esforzado mucho para llegar a este punto de nuestras vidas. Quiero en especial felicitar a mis compañeros que una vez pensaron en no poder lograr este día. Yo entiendo y comprendo porque una vez yo también tuve esos pensamientos. Para algunos de nosotros no fue fácil y tuvimos obstáculos que se presentaban, pero aún así seguimos para adelante, especialmente cuando uno es una minoría en este país. Hay muchas de nosotros que somos primera generación y con eso viene el temor de fracasar y decepcionar a nuestros padres. El lado bueno es que tenemos más motivación para echarle ganas porque queremos que el sacrificio de nuestros padres valga la pena. En mi experiencia, yo le he echado muchas ganas para que mis padres estén orgullosos de mí. Y aunque a veces sí es frustrante, que no lo tomen en cuenta. Yo continúo haciéndolo por ellos. Aunque al final, como dice, mis padres, todo lo que yo logre y haga, al final de cuentas es para mí. Le doy las gracias a Dios, mis papás, mi hermano y mis familiares y amigos cercanos que me apoyaron y empujaron para seguir adelante. Y como dijo Raúl Alejandro, supera lo que duele y lucha por lo que quieres. Gracias.
Great job, Jennifer. I love the emotion. And our next speaker, Mr. Miguel Mendiola.
Hola, hola, ¿cómo están? Muy buenas tardes, damas y caballeros. Mi nombre es Miguel Mendiola y tengo 90 segundos para conmemorar los últimos 4 años de mi vida. Tengo 90 segundos para agradecer a Dios por todas las amistades que hice durante estos 4 años. 90 segundos para recordar a los que me pasaban, quiero decir, ayudaban con las tareas, con quienes sufrí durante los exámenes y con quienes pasé incontables risas. Con todas esas personas con las que compartí una segunda vida. Tengo 90 segundos para recordar lo mucho que nos hemos esforzado y sufrido, pero a final de cuentas sí lo hicimos porque por algo estamos aquí. Y además, quiero reconocer y agradecer a todos mis compañeros y mis amigos cercanos. Quiero agradecer a Angélica, a Janelle, a Giselle, Michelle, Ángel, Emily, JJ, Yair, Airam, Jacob y Josie por haberme acompañado a lo largo de estos 4 años, al igual que todos mis compañeros aprendices de inglés que el día de hoy se gradúan conmigo. Compañeros, las cosas no pasan por casualidad. El trabajo duro y un toque de suerte son clave para el éxito. La vida a veces va muy rápido y sé que nadie sabe qué pasará, pero ustedes denle con todo, sin miedo y sin frenos, aunque tampoco tan rápido porque nadie quiere chocar, ¿verdad? That was supposed to be a joke, guys, so just saying. Asegúrense de sacar provecho a cada segundo de su vida. Rían, lloren, pierdan, ganen, pero no se rindan. ¿Quieren un milagro? Sean el milagro. Sean la diferencia, porque jamás podrán vencer a quien nunca se rinde. I would also like to thank Ms. Romeo for being the absolute GOAT. Y de corazón, agradezco a todos los maestros que me acompañaron a lo largo de estos 4 años. Finalmente, quiero agradecer a mis padres, a ellos que llegaron sin nada con tal de dármelo todo. A ustedes, padres, que me dieron la vida, varios chanclazos, pero siempre su amor. Muchas gracias. Siéntanse orgullosos, porque a pesar de que solo tuve 90 segundos en el escenario, mi agradecimiento a ustedes perdurará toda la vida. Los amo con todo mi ser. Muchas gracias y Go Jackets.
Thank you, Miguel. Great job. And now I would like to introduce the OHS Band, who will perform a musical medley highlighted by The Seasons of Love, Treasure, and See You Again. And now, let's give it up for our next graduation speaker, Miss Brooke Donlin.
Good afternoon, families, friends, faculty, and the amazing class of 2025. We made it. After 4 years of early mornings, late nights, Google Docs, and the unavoidable grip of senioritis, we are finally here. Today is the day we've imagined, counted down to, and probably complained about in group chats. But more than anything, it's a moment to breathe, to reflect, and to recognize how far we've really come. High school hasn't just been about preparing for our futures. It's been about learning how to show up, even when we're tired, uncertain, or completely over it. We face challenges, distractions, and deadlines, and yet somehow we found ways to keep going. That persistence is something no test score can ever measure. And while everyone's asking what's next, college, work, trade school, a gap year, I want to pause and say, what about now, this exact moment? We've earned this, and it's okay to stop chasing for just a second and appreciate what it feels like to arrive. To sit in a cap and gown among your peers, knowing you've closed one chapter and are about to write the next. Because yes, this is the end of a chapter, but the most exciting thing, it's also the beginning of one. And no matter what plot twist your story takes from here, one thing's for sure, you'll always be part of the Yellow Jacket family. That identity doesn't fade with time, it sticks with you wherever you go. As the famous quote goes, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. So pause, celebrate, be proud, not just of where you're going, but of how far you've come. Congratulations, class of 2025. Let's go write a chapter that's even better than the last. Thank you.
Great job, Brooke. And our next speaker is the legendary Louis Fida Hanon.
All right, my hair good? Yeah. Parents, staff, teachers, everyone here at Oxnard High School, our board members that support us. I personally thank you for helping bring all of us here today, and then the generation after that, and the generation after that. Could we please get an applause for our wonderful, wonderful principals, teachers, students, parents, everyone. All right, so congratulations to you all in front of me as well. 4 years is a sizable amount of time in our lives. As such, I hope that everyone has at least to take away something from Oxnard High School. People are quick to discredit high school when it comes to our education. They think college is a place where you actually start learning. But if there's one thing I learned, it's that learning occurs every single day, at least if you search for it. I don't like to refer to college as a new chapter or the next step. I would consider it as an extension of what we do here at Oxnard High School, which is learning, problem solving, and building resolve. That is why I think it is never too early or too late to pursue a goal of yours. Regardless of your high school performance, I think everyone here should believe that they can learn more and expand their thinking. Learning is not a time window that we can miss. It is a continuous process that will show results if you are consistent and willing to put in time and effort. College or not, you will benefit from having some sort of education in the form of learning new skills or getting a degree. Don't think that you can't do something because you are underperforming. Don't undermine your ability to grow as a person. Because after all, even if you hit rock bottom, the only way out there is up. Thank you, and go Jackets!
Legendary Louis strikes again. And our next speaker, let's give it up for Miss Lillian Huynh.
Fear. Fear is something that we can all relate to. I was hesitant to speak in front of you, the class of 2025, but here I am, because why not? I get asked by many people in my life why not, because it's always easier said than done. And my response, just like everyone else's, is because I'm scared. Many people here today have been asked the same question before, and even if they do the why not, there's always a little part of them that doesn't really know if they should have. So why not follow your dreams? Why not do the unthinkable? We should appreciate the people who ask us why not. They push us to do the things that seem impossible, and it's because of them that we are who we are today. Many of those people are sitting here in the audience, our teachers, our families, our friends. So if I can leave you with one thing today, it's to do the why not, because if I had answered because I'm scared, then I wouldn't have had all the amazing and diverse high school experiences with all of you. And if we had answered because we're scared, then we wouldn't have accomplished half the achievements we have reached today. Walt Disney once said, all of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. And I say to you, why not? Congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you, Lillian, and that brings us to our final graduation speaker. Let's give it up for Miss Natalie Torres.
Hello, beloved Yellow Jackets. It is a privilege to stand before you today and celebrate the remarkable class of 2025. As I prepare to graduate alongside many exceptional individuals, I am filled with pride, gratitude, and most of all, hope. Today, I want to speak on something that has shaped our class deeply, the power of service, and how through it we rise, not alone, but collectively. I am Natalie Torres, not just one voice, but many roles lived, a peer, a leader, a servant of devotion. Every step I've taken, every moment I've shared has taught me that true strength is found within empowerment. And so let me share a piece of my heart through poetry. In these halls, we learn to grow, to live, to lead, to let others know that they belong, they matter, they shine so bright, for in community we find our light. My personal experience set aside, Mecha lit the spark of light, CSF taught me to lead with stride. As a LES leader, I stood by your side, and as a LINK leader, I was your guide. Though medals came, they were not my claim. My mission stands a brighter flame. To make each space more safe, more near, where every soul feels seen and clear. Community service, not just a cause, but a movement that should never pause. A promise inked in every day to lift all voices, come what may. This year, we met the storm that cuts the rattled, plans transform. But we stood tall, we did not sway. We turned our voice into a say. Pain became protest, hope our refrain, and unity our loudest gain. Yes, rejection came and knocked down, and dreams fell far, but every scar became a star. For success is not just gates flung open wide, it's about how we walk with strength and pride. The journey ahead is not just what we take, it's about what we give. It's how we lead, we serve, and how we let those know how much they mean to us. Our class was so legendary that even Mr. Lawrence graduated with a doctorate in education administration this past May. We even made history for being the largest and most diverse class in the United States. That's an accomplishment all on its own. Oxnard High School is not just a school, it's a landmark, embracing students from all walks of life and amplifying voices that were often unheard. I am beyond proud of what we built together, and as I look forward to the future, I carry a deep and unwavering gratitude towards my mentors, my friends, my family, and my surrounding community. Thank you, Old Town, for being an unforgettable chapter of my life. And as I return one day, not just as a graduate, but an alumni with purpose, I promise to continue what we led, to uplift, to serve. Gracias, mi gente. I'll never forget. The class of 25, our best days are yet. This is Natalie Torres signing off, wishing each of you the best of regards.
Great job. Thank you, Natalie. Now, I introduce to you our valedictorians. These students have maintained a perfect 4.0 GPA during their entire high school career and will be presented with valedictorian medals. This year, we have 3 valedictorians for the class of 2025. Our valedictorians are Brooke Donlin, Louis Fida Hanon, and Lillian Huynh. I will now present these students with their valedictorian medals as you watch them announce their post-secondary plans on the video board.
Hi, my name is Lillian Huynh, and I am one of your 2025 Oxnard High School valedictorians. I am attending Ventura College for 2 years and then planning to transfer to a 4-year university to become a speech-language pathologist. I would like to thank my phenomenal parents, sister, family, friends, and faculty for supporting me up until this point. One amazing high school memory that I will cherish forever is the Swarm section on Friday nights. This student section is the classic high school movie experience that I will remember forever. Congratulations, class of 2025, and go Jackets.
Hi, my name is Brooke Donlin, and I'm one of your 2025 Oxnard High School valedictorians. I plan to attend the University of Southern California in the fall. There, I'll major in human biology and minor in business. I'd like to thank my amazing parents, family, friends, teachers, and coaches for getting me to this point in my life. One high school memory that will forever stick with me is attending Castle, which is an ASB conference our ASB goes to annually. There, I met so many great people and made so many fun memories. Thank you, and fight on.
My name is Louis Hanon. I'm going to be going to the University of California, Los Angeles, majoring in chemistry. My favorite memories from Oxnard High School are getting to meet all the wonderful people here that support me throughout all my academic endeavors.
All right, let's give it up again for Louis, Lillian, and Brooke. Now, let's appreciate a reverent rendition of our alma mater by our Yellow Jacket Band under the direction of Mr. Andre Spence.
On behalf of the Board of Education of the Oxnard Union High School District, it is my great pleasure to accept this certification. Congratulations, graduating class of 2025.
And now the moment you've all been waiting for. At this time, I present to you the graduating class of 2025. I now ask the first row to present themselves to be recognized and the remainder of the class to be seated.
Nadia Acosta.
Thomas Isaiah Aceves.
Maria Jose Abonce Nieto.
Natalie Torres.
Montserrat Sanchez.
Miguel Mendiola.
Jennifer Rojas.
Kiara Mia Reagan.
Mia Alexa Mata.
Alina Mariah de Santiago.
Rita Anna Maria Boyer.
Melissa Ann Hunk.
Jamie Guadalupe Asensio Santos.
Arturo Barrera.
Adela Faith Randolph.
Jacqueline Martinez.
Logan Jacob Hernandez.
Sofia Lisette Gonzalez.
Jesus Tapia.
Angelo Jasper Supan Tadiamin.
Sophia Ann Sanchez.
Julian Pulido.
Kiana Lynn Pedersen.
Andrew James Martinez.
Lillian May Wen.
Fatima Hernandez Gonzalez.
Louis Fida Hanon.
Eros Cosmic Gonzalez.
Brooke Angel Donlin.
Kevin Arellano.
Olivia Sabina Aranda.
Adam Justin Aragon.
Edwin Francisco Aracena.
Melissa Aquino.
Adriana Angelica Anguiano.
Sienna Marie Angel.
Dennis Osvaldo Angeles.
Sofia Angel Aguilar.
Juan Andrade Rafael.
Kevin Armando Andrade.
Keiko Chelsea Anderson.
Jasmine Ambris Garcia.
Jessica Cristina Amaro.
Fernando Alvarez Munguia.
Erica Alvarado.
Devrao Artin Alvarado.
Henry Robert Almstrom.
Ricardo Nomar Alfaro.
Ashley Alfaro.
Mark Anthony Alcantar.
Kirina Justine Alcantar.
Gabriel Hernandez Albaran.
Ricardo Andres Ahumada.
Daniela Aguirre.
Jimena Aguilar.
Jose Rafael Aguilar Jr.
Giselle Leilani Aguilar.
Carter Andrew Aguiar.
Jeremy James R. Adenvicula.
Ace Isaac Adams.
Carmelo Armando Betanzos.
Aiden Robert Berriesa.
Pedro Juan Bernal Pastrano.
Angelina Inés Bernal Pastrano.
Jack Alvin Behrens.
Fatima Jocelyn Becerra.
Catherine Priscilla Bautista.
Bobby Oscar Vasquez.
Annabelle Barrios.
Kevin Barrera.
Alexandra Madison Barker.
Gabriela Estela Vanales.
Matthew Diego Balderrama.
Álvaro Ayala Mendoza.
Julian Maximus Ayala.
Isaac Ayala.
Samara Abigail Avila.
Max Anthony Avila.
Marco Antonio Avila III.
Luis Ángel Avendano Serrano.
Nelson Vladimir Avalos.
Robert Lee Jones Atkinson.
Jovan Isaac Isaiah Artiaga Hasso.
Isaac Arroyo.
Amber Alaris Arredondo.
Luciano Anthony Arambide.
Alejandro Armenta Rojo.
Diana Armenta.
Daisy Arevalo.
Aiden Angel Arajo.
Dylan Frank Cedillo Plata.
Josie Cedillo Arias.
Citlali Suzette Castrejon.
Alyssa Jessie Castillo Hernandez.
Richard Castillo.
Angelica Maria Castillo.
Angel Alejandro Castellanos.
Marley Stanley Casas.
Emily Casares.
Daisy Evelyn Carrizosa.
Samantha Carrillo.
Leah Isabella Carrillo.
Doxia Carrillo.
Iram Susana Carrido.
Stephanie Lucia Carranza.
Ezekiel Jesus Carranza.
Brian Carranza.
Nicholas Carmona.
Yaretzi Cano Granados.
Luis Fernando Camarena.
Angel Andreas Medina Camacho.
Azul Casadillas.
Valeria Calderon.
Axel Alonso Caballero.
Heaven Victoria Bustos.
Isabella Bravo.
Benjamin Bravo.
Jacob Matthew Serrano Bote.
Madison Makana Bohan.
Emilio Nicolás Blangarte Castro.
Isabel Cuatianquis.
Fidel Raimundo Cruz Matías.
Christian Cruz.
Pedro Marcelino Cruz.
Liliana Cruz.
Maya Renee Cortez Washington.
Natalie Silvia Cortez.
Isaac Cortez.
Guadalupe Garcia Cortez.
Christopher Cortez.
Alejandro Adolfo Coronel.
Natalie Nicole Coronado.
Jordan Emery Coronado.
Maya Renee Cooper.
David Ángel Cardova.
David Conk.
Carlos Lorenzo Contreras III.
Ángel Colín.
César Conde Santiago.
Jacob Elijah Chavoya.
Valerie Alexa Cobian.
Sophia Rose Chavez.
Jacqueline Elizabeth Chavira.
Salvador Cervantes.
César Omar Chávez.
Cynthia Yvette Centeno.
Jocelyn Rosales Cervantes.
Carla Melanie Ceja Marufo.
Brandon Sendejas.
Andrea Anita Esquivel.
Angelina Eileen Estrada.
Maximiliano Espinosa Tafoya.
Gabriel Esqueda.
Anthony Esparza.
Vanessa Esparza.
Montserrat Alejandra Elenes Villa Garcia. Ava
Leila
Violet
y
Duval.
Davis Elésiga.
Oh my gosh, way too damn long. Isabella Noel Duran.
Mandy Ann Easley.
Michael Dunca.
Rachel Rain Nicholas Duran.
Natalie Amber Duke.
Promise Heaven Marie Dunca.
Tai Tan Doan.
Crystal Funda.
Shiloh Pleasant Diaz.
Melanie Dominguez.
Kaylee Maria del Toro.
Hope Dimas.
Santiago de la Cruz.
Mónica Elsie Delgado.
Jordan Lee de Guzman.
Gabriela Jean de la O.
Cesar Daniel.
Isaac Mateo de la Cruz.
Raymond Cuevas.
Amaya Rose Davis.
Ulises Carduño.
Jacob Keikoa Cunningham.
Sofia Regina Garcia.
Francisco Garibay Jr.
Sofia Isaura Garcia.
Victoria Nicole Garcia.
Nicholas Garcia.
Sofia Isabella Garcia.
Mia Bela Garcia.
Omar Garcia.
Giselle Marie Garcia.
Michael Evan Garcia.
Diego Rene Garcia.
Lisbeth Garcia.
Angeles Garcia.
Jefte Efraín Garcia.
Samira Ruby Gomez.
Areli Soledad Garcia.
Jasmine Franco.
Aaron Isaac Garcia.
Oscar Felix Flores.
Christopher Galvan.
Leslie Flores.
Cruz Vicente Foster.
Erica Elizabeth Flores.
Miguel Ángel Flores Jr.
Fernando Fierro.
Isabel del Carmen Flores.
Luke Andrew Evans Long.
Aaliyah Gabriela Fisher.
Rowan Scott Gregory Stanke.
Ángel Fernández.
Ashley Gonzalez Mendanilla.
Arturo Jr. Guerra. Mari Carmen González Zavala. Owen David González.
Noe Gonzalez.
Giselle Gonzalez.
Jaylin Alexa Gonzalez.
Jeleni Gonzalez.
Jacob Caden Gonzalez.
Damaris Estela Gonzalez.
Eric Gonzalez.
Andrew Gonzalez.
Benjamin Gonzalez.
Irma Giron.
Elise Nicole Gonzalez.
Ricardo Nathaniel Gomez.
Philip Michael Gomez Jr.
Javier Gomez.
Andres Isaiah Gomez.
Alec Candelario Gomez.
Brianna Nicole Gilson.
Joshua Michael Godinez.
Eric Godinez.
Zuleika Nazarene Hill.
David Jaden Gueron III.
Mark Anthony Garza.
Natalie Lizette Gasca.
Carter Higgins.
Denise Dominique Garrett.
Daniel Alejandro Herrera.
Isaac Hidalgo.
Marlene Hernandez.
Estefania Ruby Hernandez Andrade.
Jose Luis Hernandez.
Gabriela Erica Hernandez Rodon.
Christopher Hernandez Salazar.
Matthew Hernandez.
Eric Joseph Hernandez Jr.
Lillian Marie Hernandez.
Candy Marie Hernandez.
Joshua Hernandez.
Ashley Hernandez.
Giselle Ivory Hernandez.
Juan Antonio Hernandez.
Diego Hernandez.
Alan Hernandez.
Beyonce Hernandez.
Kennedy K. Hargreaves.
Andrew Damian Hernandez.
Ina Elvira Gutierrez.
Abraham Salvador Hernandez.
Gregorio Ignacio Gorilla III.
Marisol Cordoba.
Melanie Carolina Guerrero.
Sofia Guzman.
Melanie Leon.
Chelsea Soleil Gutierrez.
Joseph Moreno Leon.
Jason Luther Jamal Goli.
Rihanna Eileen Lee.
Isabel Ava Guerra.
Jaden Michael LaJoy.
Josiah Leon.
Lydia Marie Lackey.
Darlene Leon.
Matthew David Cott.
Luis Angel Ledesma.
Nash Anthony Kiefer.
Amberly Nguyen Lai.
Isa George Joby.
Evelyn Jonelle Cryer.
Jesus Emmanuel Jimenez.
Carolyn Honey Quiroles.
Brian Jimenez.
Nicholas Suarez.
Jasmine Hassel.
Yair Jimenez.
Valeria Borjón Ibarra.
Christian Gonzalo Jimenez.
Leonardo Hurtado.
Jake Lee Jesse.
Alexander Huéramo.
Andrick Jaime.
Esmeralda Rocio Hinojosa.
Jonelle Hutton.
Leslie Adriana Marmolejo.
Jessica Herrera Hurtado.
Gavin Sager Marin.
Sophia Rebecca Hullab.
Priscilla Michelle Margie.
Lefes Guy Mecanpon.
Isabella Manriquez.
Isabel Rose Marin.
Basam Mayra.
Andrew Anthony Maria.
Alyssa Michelle Magaña.
Christian Jesus Manzano.
Kayla Rochelle Lumas.
Eduardo Mandujano.
Alex Lugo Hernandez.
Maxine Navarro Magistrado.
Miranda Lopez Mata.
Jaden Diego Madrigal.
Mateo Raúl López.
Desiree Dominique Luis.
Mariah Esperanza López.
Ángel Lucero.
Gladys López.
Kimberly Sofía López Gómez.
Isabel López.
Mary Jane López.
Aaron López.
Eldrin
Higgs.
Jacob Rudy Leporada.
Leila Lopez.
Chris Lawrence Binoya Mendoza.
Inés Lopez.
Adamaris Concepcion Mendoza.
Adrián Maximiano López.
Leslie Mendez.
Alina Gabriela Lerma García.
Andrés Mendez.
Robert Loftus.
Uziel Melos.
Alejandro Mendoza.
Victor Angel Melendez.
Marcus Anthony Mendez.
Omar Mejia Gonzalez.
Christian Joshua Mendez.
Luis Antonio MacArthur.
Itzel Avila.
Rory Michael Maturkanik.
Tyler Lee Melgoza.
Florentino Matias Martinez.
Anaí Medina.
Natalie Marie Martinez.
JP Muaz.
Julian Martinez.
Nathan James Matson.
Diana Martinez.
Sabadiel Aaron Martinez.
Adam Christian Martinez.
Liliana René Martinez.
Kevin Martín del Campo.
Elijah Joshua Martinez.
Andrea Murillo Medina.
Alexander Anthony Martinez.
Emily Murillo.
Adair Joseph Martinez.
Diego Muñoz Aguirre.
Kimberly Maria Marrufo.
Malachi Albert Munoz.
Javier Murillo.
Natalie Munguia Hernández.
Anaí Murillo.
Natalia Angelina Moreno.
Natalia Gabriela Muñoz.
Cooper Alexander Moreau.
Aaron Kingston Muñoz.
Darlene Morales.
Noah René Moreno.
Julián David Mora.
Alec Román Moreno.
Jimena Montserrat Montes de Oca Aranda.
Jasmine Morales.
Jacob Anthony Montejano.
Cristian Morales.
Adriel Miramontes.
Belinda Mora.
Eileen Mijango.
Ethan Manu Montes.
Talia Giselle Messina.
Amaya Miracle Montana.
Anthony Jesus Mendoza Torres.
Samaya Miller.
Lluvia Pacheco.
Joseph Miguel.
Janessa Daniel Oy.
Víctor Gabriel Menéndez.
Alina Isabella Osoyo.
Keith Eli Mendoza Sanchez.
Joshua Brian Ortiz.
Jamal Tyreek Pace. Jamal.
Christopher Sammy Ortiz.
Jocelyn Pacheco Delgado.
Kayla Ricky Ortega.
Kevin Ortiz.
Guillermo Orozco.
Jorge Alberto Ortiz Jr.
Sherlyn Olvera.
Martín Ortega.
Diana Carolina Ochoa,
Camila Ortega,
Alejandra Ochoa,
Soraya Lee Ornelas,
Jonathan Noboa,
Sebastian Michael Oliver,
Jordan Lee Marie Nelson,
Mariah Faith Ochoa,
Nicholas Gustavo Navarro,
Salvador Núñez,
Leslie Anaí Navarro,
Madeline Nevares,
Warrendale Narvacan,
Katie Navarro Cervantes,
Caden Angel Ramirez,
Michelle Navarro,
Francisco Daniel Ramirez Jr.,
Dulce Yareli Nava,
Tristan Misael Quesada Silva,
Vivian Naranjo,
Veronica Racine Gomez,
Josiah Carlos Ramirez,
Ashley Fernanda Quiroz,
Edwin Giovanni Ramirez,
Caden James Neil Purdue,
Sinaí Quiroz,
Karina Ponce,
Williams Quijada,
Chelsea Jade Plasencia,
Manuel Trinidad Quesada,
Alyssa Ruby Petrus,
David Benjamin Ponce II,
Michaela Emily Perez,
April Marie Pisano,
Gabriel Perez,
Siena Pimentel,
Jasmine Alize Peraza,
Michael Santos Perez Jr.,
Alyssa Marie Tacueque Pascua,
Gael Emiliano Pérez,
Mia Pardo,
Diego M. Pérez,
Julian Alexander Pachon,
Jason Reinaldo Peña Baltazar,
Alexandra Rodarte,
Mia Kayla Parras,
Elisa Margarita Rocha,
Xiomara Chantel Pantoja,
Iraíz Robles,
Seth Orozco,
Andrea Medina Rizzo,
Dominique Marie Rochester,
Jordan Alexander Rivera,
Antonio Rocha III,
Damon Isaiah Rivera,
Jacob Lamar Roberts,
Amira Jade Rivera,
Sophia Rain Saclayan Rivera,
Brianna Madeline Richards,
Fernando Rivera,
Ray Madeline Reynante,
Armando Rivera,
Valeria Giselle Reyes,
Valerie Rios,
Jacqueline Sahaidi Reyes,
Robert Rubén Reynoso,
Joel Regollar,
Gerardo Joseph Reina,
Andrew Ramos,
Stefania Reyes,
Tania Guadalupe Ramirez,
Alina Cristina Renteria,
Mianela Rebecca Ramirez,
Stephanie Razo,
Sofia Salgado,
Marlene Ramirez Cepeda,
Joel Saman,
Noemí Ramirez,
Jaylene Salcedo,
Marcos Joseph Ramirez,
Jolene Persephone Salas,
Nathan Prince Salinas,
Diego Ricardo Ruiz,
Ischel Berenice Saldívar,
Allison Dayanara Ruiz,
Victoria Renee Salazar Garza,
Raul Rosales,
Isabela Ruiz,
Andrew Romo,
Areli Ruiz,
Justice Kenny Rodriguez Jimenez.
Juliana Rosales,
Michelle Rodriguez.
Sebastián Roque,
Jordan Gabriel Rodriguez.
Jonathan Rojas Garcia,
Delilah Rodriguez.
Catherine Nicole Rodriguez,
Christian Marin Rodriguez.
Marissa Sofia Rodriguez,
Arlene Rodriguez.
Isaiah Jesus Rodriguez,
Alexis Rodriguez.
Coro Hernandez Rodriguez,
Taylene L. Tanap.
Alize Desiree Rodriguez,
Ashanti Alize Suarez.
Carlos Robert Rodriguez,
Shadvin Saran.
Natalie Inez Rodarte,
Jasmine Kalani Soto.
Jesus Italy Suarez,
Michelle Evangelista Sosa.
Deja Claire Steen,
Isaiah Ricardo Solorio.
Katia Jasmine Soto,
Kennedy Michelle Smith.
Frankie Soto,
Matthew Isaiah Silvas.
Bianca Madison Solaviev,
Samuel Ryan Seward.
Yesenia Solis,
Diana Jocelyn Serrano.
Tony Angelina Simpson,
Amira Establi Side.
Saraí Silva,
Jorge Aron Santana.
Victor Manuel Serrato,
Autumn Brielle Sandoval.
Allison Serrano,
Salette Sanchez.
Tristan Santos,
Julia Guadalupe Sanchez.
Natalie Sofia Sandoval,
Emmanuel Vera.
Jasmine Sanchez Cuevas,
Mia Francesca Velasco.
Maximilian Alexander Sanchez,
Abel Velasco.
Emma Antonia Sanchez,
Andrew James Vasquez.
Christian Velasquez,
Anthony Adrian Vasquez.
Angel Vasquez,
Eduardo Fabio Valdivia.
Adan Ulises Vasquez,
Clarissa Tueyes.
Rai Valdovinos,
Valeria Elena Trujillo.
Katie Rose Vasquez,
Natalia Ramirez Trujillo.
Daniel Serando Valmonte Tuazon,
Victoria Faith Troutman.
Sofia Amy Trujillo,
Gavin Tran.
Hugo Trudell,
Jocelyn Tostado.
Ryan Alexander Triana,
Jose Julian Torres.
Carlos Daniel Tovar,
Anderson Touch.
Jason Torres Aquino,
Aiden Elias Taylor.
Edith Michelle Torres,
Ariana Noel Zaragoza.
Federico Tena III,
Xander Ray Young.
Joshua Jason Ulegi,
Micah James Williard.
Anthony Jacob Velasco,
Cortez Duval Williams.
Mitchell Alfred Terrazon.
Isabella Wiedemeyer.
Caleb Daniel Zavala,
Emerson Kate Voshell.
Diana Samudio,
David Michael Villacaña.
Ryan Henry Wilson,
Axel Villaseñor.
Sayana Jolise Williams,
David Eric Villa.
Isabella Michelle Williams,
Juan Vigil.
Presley Isaiah Walker,
Brian Vieira.
Gabriel Gerardo Villicaña.
Diana Natalie Vicen.
Alfredo Villegas.
Omar Verduzco.
Jessica Jasmine Villa. Liliana Caprice Vildosola. Isabella Mia Vigil. Savannah Ray Vickery. Pablo Vergara Jr. Jimena Vera.
Now, I would like to call forth 2025 jackets, Guillermo Orozco, Ethan Montes, Caleb Zavala, and Joseph Miguel to accept the diploma of Mr. Daniel Mendez, our yellow jacket in heaven. Guillermo, Ethan, Caleb, and Joseph will accept the diploma on behalf of Daniel's family who are here with us today. Again, will the class of 2025 please rise? Four years ago, you started a journey that has enabled you to be here this afternoon as graduates of Oxnard High School. Now that you have reached that goal, the staff at Oxnard High School knows that they have prepared you for the future and that you have truly enjoyed the journey that led you to this afternoon's celebration. You will be Yellow Jackets forever and are always welcome in O-Town. Please never forget to be legendary. Again, congratulations to you, the class of 2025. Graduates, please move your tassel from the right to the left. And now, I'd like to thank everyone for attending. please remain seated until the conclusion of the recessional. Thank you, and be legendary.
Good job, Ted.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Good
you
job.
for being here.
Yeah, my pleasure.
You have fun with that speech?
Yeah, it was fine. It's fine.
Forgot about that.
Thank you so much. The kids didn't forget.
Yeah, good. Good. Yeah.
And thank you guys for staying.
Yeah, no worries.
The stage is always less crowded at the end.
Yeah, no, we got you.
Appreciate it.